So today we're going to open up this new Surefire light that's just come out. This is the Sidekick, and it's a 300 lumen light that is about the size of a key fob. Let's compare this to my Chevy Colorado key fob, about the same size. It's 300 lumen output, it's got a low, mid, high, and it's rechargeable through a USB port. Looks like it's got the same reflector as the Titan does. And so this is the Titan that I reviewed a few weeks ago. And so let's open it up and take a look at what's inside. So in the package we've got the light, obviously. It's a plastic body. This feels like it's metal, so it's probably for heat sinking or something. You got a ring for your keys, side button for turning it on and off. If you click it on, it comes on low. If you leave it on for a couple seconds, then click it again, it'll go off. But if you turn it on, click it again, it'll go up to the medium and then high. Then click it, it goes off. Leave it for a couple of seconds, and it goes back to low. I understand that you can program it to go high, medium, low in the way that it turns on. I'll try to program that here in just a little bit and show that off. But you've got a USB cable, a little carabiner clip, it's made out of metal, and some instructions. It says that the output low is 5 lumens, then 60 lumens, and then 300 lumens. So it's a little bit different output than what's in the Titan. I don't remember the specs for that for sure, but I think it was 1575 and then 300. And one thing to note about this light is it has a 1-year warranty. So it's not a lifetime warranty light. Let's go get some beam shots of it. So last night after I did the beam shots, I decided that I wanted to see if it would run as long as expected in the highest setting. So I turned it on, just set it on a table, and timed how long it ran. And so at 1 hour and 15 minutes, it started acting really flaky. The output flashes and it has trouble regulating the output. I was really surprised that the microprocessor didn't just recognize that the voltage was too low and shut off completely, go into a lockout state or something. I was very surprised it doesn't have a graceful shutdown. So it gets into a really weird state. I didn't do a duration test for the low or the medium settings, but I assume that it's going to do the same thing. It'll have that same flaky output when it gets low. So that would probably be one improvement that I'd ask for. It's been running continuously for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And it's warm, but it's not too hot to hold. It does something else that I didn't like overnight when I charged it up. So I plugged it into a USB charger last night. While I was sleeping, I thought I'd just let it charge up, and so it turns on the light for just a little bit, and then it turns off to indicate that it's charging, and then it has this flash. It's got this flash every second or so, and that flash is exceptionally annoying when you're trying to fall asleep. So I put it inside of something and let it charge up. But then when it gets done charging, it turns on to low, and low it has low output while after it's completely charged up. So I assume that it's running off of the USB power as opposed to running off the internal battery. It's indicating that it's charging while it's flashing, but if you have it in your bedroom or something at night, it's not really desirable. So there's a way to change the output order of this light as well. It comes default as low, medium, high when you press this. Low, medium, high. But you can set it up to be high, medium, low. So if you plug it into power, the light will turn on for just a second or so, and then it'll start doing the little flash, the little blip that you see every second. And if you turn it on, click it again, put it up on high, leave it there for a couple seconds and turn it off, and then unplug power, it will then be high, medium, low. High, medium, low. I personally prefer this setting because I want full bright when I turn it on, and then if I use it for a couple seconds, when you press it again, it just turns off. So that's the way that I've used it today. So my overall thoughts about this light for just carrying it for a day, I do have a concern about this open USB port. I think it's going to get lint and junk in it from carrying it in my pocket. I'm kind of worried that that's going to cause a problem over time. I did try to open it up to show you the innards, just like I did with in my other video with the Titan Plus, and it wasn't as easy to get into. I didn't want to break the case. I can't tell if it's glued or if it's just a really tight package. I think it's pretty well sealed. Well, it feels like it's sealed up. It's not loose. So I didn't dig into it. But if I get bored someday and break into it, I'll add to this video. I would assume that it has a lot of the same circuitry that the Titan Plus has in it. Using it in my backyard, my backyard's 40 feet by 75 feet, and shining it across that backyard from one corner to the opposing corner diagonally, it lights up the whole backyard, just like the Titan Plus does. So 300 lumens is a great amount of light for lighting up your house, lighting up around a camping area, just wherever. And I do like I like the flatness of this. I mean, the thickness is a typical thickness of a flashlight. It is obviously quite a bit bigger, but the rechargeableness of it is nice too. So it's whichever one you like. They both are great lights. It seems like the Titan Plus has a little bit tighter focus on the beam spread as opposed to the Sidekick. It makes me think that the LED is set just a little bit higher or lower in the reflector. There might be a slight difference that was causing the beams to be different, because they're the same LEDs and the same reflectors effectively. The beam is just a little bit green for my liking. It's not as white as I would like it to be, but overall it's a real nice light. I think it's gonna get marred up. You can kind of see one of the scratches from being in my pocket today. And it's going to be like any key fob. It's a hard plastic, so but it will scratch up over time. And so anyway, the Surefire Sidekick. It's a neat little light, and I'm sure they'll continue to improve this over time.